This guy's face is covered in huge oil-filled pimples, and he actually squeezes them on purpose, spraying the oil straight onto his sister's face. His sister is a total germaphobe, and it disgusts her. But he couldn't care less, because in this house, grease is everywhere. Their family runs a barbecue restaurant. Ever since their mother died, their father has become more and more filthy. Nobody cleans the restaurant, nobody cleans the house. The floors, the walls, even the air are saturated with a greasy smell that never goes away. But the guy is even worse. He sneaks into the kitchen and drinks bottle after bottle of cooking oil. If he goes a day without it, he gets so restless he can't sleep. Over time, huge swollen oil pimples start covering his face. Then one day, his sister finally says what she's been thinking. His pimples are disgusting. He snaps. He shoves her to the ground and starts squeezing the pimples on his face. Oil sprays everywhere. Just before things get completely out of control, their father rushes in and stops him. But that same night, the guy disappears. No note, no trace, nothing. The very next day, the barbecue restaurant that was on the verge of shutting down suddenly becomes packed with customers. People line up every day to buy the restaurant's new signature meat, but the boom doesn't last long. The signature meat suddenly sells out, and business crashes right back to where it was. From the day he disappeared, his sister starts having the same nightmare every night. She's trapped in an endless sea of cooking oil, struggling to escape, but never getting out. Then one morning, she wakes up and finds the same kind of pimples starting to grow on her own face. Late one night, she finally uncovers the truth. The restaurant's most popular signature meat was never pork. It was never beef. It was her missing brother. For years, their father had been forcing him to drink oil, slowly filling his body with grease so he could turn him into the restaurant's next signature dish. What scares her even more is that her father starts making her drink cooking oil and keeps watching her with a strange look in his eyes, like he's already planning something. But no matter how much oil she drinks, she never becomes what he's looking for. So the father turns his attention to himself. He starts drinking oil obsessively, letting the grease consume him little by little. Then one night, the sister wakes up to a heavy thudding sound coming from the kitchen. She quietly walks to the door and peers through a crack. Her father has completely lost his mind. He's decided to turn himself into the next signature dish, and the family that had been drowning in grease for years finally falls apart.